So, I told y'all we was gonna do this, and we're fucking doing it. Okay. This is your future spouse. We have 4 piles here today. We have Jupiter, Sun, 4th house, and North Node. So go ahead and pick your pile, and we will get started. Interesting. Okay. If you chose pile 1, this is your reading. You guys chose Jupiter Expansion. The song you chose is Blurry by Puddle of Mud. Just kind of off rip, I do feel as though this is a very expansive connection. There definitely could be something about travel, just because Jupiter is it's the planet of travel, and like it can be like an overseas kind of thing. And then also in the song he says like, there's oceans in between us, but that's not very far, So I definitely think there could be distance, or there could just be like one person is busy a lot, Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. I think trust could be not an issue, but I think you'll immediately have very good chemistry with them, right? But I think trust could be something that the two of you, or just one of you, kind of needs to get over, especially if there is a little bit of distance, I actually do think that there is a lot of trust here. I mean, I will get some more context, but I do think that there is a lot of trust. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. And I think it's kind of a heart space connection. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of, they're a very confident energy. I do think that they've been through some stuff, especially like if it comes to trust issues, because we have the pain card here and like the trust. And then we also have like this faithfulness, you know what I mean? So I do think that this person has definitely been through some stuff in regards to relationships before they met you. I think you kind of allow them a space to be open, though. I think you allow them a place to kind of feel accepted. I don't particularly know if this person felt unaccepted in previous connections, but I think with you, they feel very, very accepted, and that is why they trust you so much. I definitely think that they have a very open heart space when it comes to you. They're a very caring individual, I do think they travel, though. I definitely think that they travel for work. Like, either they travel for work, or they're just someone who's like kind of always on the go. They're always very busy. So maybe there's not a lot of time spent together, and that could also be where the pain is coming from as well. And that could also be where the trust is coming from, where it's like, we are apart a lot, so we kind of need to trust that the other person isn't, pursuing other opportunities, right? They're very like, again, they're very like business casual, you know what I mean? Like they're very like confident, they're a very confident presence with you. They have a lot of the reason that they are so confident in their connection with you is because they trust you so much, right? I feel confident in you and our connection because I trust you. Yeah, that's also what I meant, though, right? I think you give this person a space to be themselves. I think you give this person a space to express, how they actually are, how they really authentically are, especially if this person's a little Neptunian, Piscean energy, that's kind of an energy that is not like fake. I just think that they're a chameleon, right? They're like a little bit of a shapeshifter, They are kind of able to be a lot of things, be a lot of people depending on who they're with. But I think with you allow them a space to kind of be who they authentically are. And then with this card, I do kind of feel like, I'm getting something about groundhogs and like, oh my god, when Groundhog Day. So something could happen like around that time. When is that? Is that like March? Around Groundhog Day. I think that's in March, I think. Or just like, spring, right? Oh, because also Blurry. Like Blurry and Neptune. And then also the eye here. That's like, there could be something about their vision also. Maybe something about their vision. Like, they could wear glasses or like whatever. There could be something about their heart. But there could be something about Groundhog Day. Or like that time of year, like when, winter turns into spring. And that's also kind of what I'm feeling about this person. I think this person has a significant amount of pain that they've experienced in past relationships. And I think that turned them very cold and very like, not like unfeeling. I just think that they became kind of a heartless kind of individual. A little emotionally unavailable, you know what I'm saying? But I think with you warm their heart space, you warm their cold, dead little heart, and you give them a space where they feel confident in trusting you, where they feel okay in releasing this pain, where they feel okay to be their authentic self with you. I think they're kind of, they're playful, you know, they're playful. And by playful, I mean, they make jokes, right? They're good with their words, though, too. They're very good with their words. They could be a poet. That being said, I think they could be not manipulative. I just think that they are, like, good with their words. I think they, again, they're a chameleon, you know? Yeah, they definitely could be a poet in some kind of way. Just because now we have the poet and the scribe. Yeah. So they definitely could reach out, you know, in some kind of way. They could be the one to pursue you, especially if they're a masculine energy. They feel very confident. I think they are naturally a confident person, but I think when pursuing you, they will feel very confident in pursuing you, because I think they will kind of just like know that there's something about you that they can kind of trust. They're definitely like a creative energy, you know, that Neptunian energy. They could write in some kind of way, or they could do art, or they could like, you know, they're a very, very creative energy, I think. Or they could just like that about you if you're the artist, and I think they just really like that about you. I think they really appreciate your ability to be such an understanding, compassionate energy where they feel like it's okay to be themselves with you, you know? You really warm them up, you know? You really warm their heart space. You really, again, it's like, it's giving like, you know, the sun warming up. And what the fuck, what am I trying to say right now? I think they were kind of dead inside. I think they were kind of dead inside before you, and when you entered their life, you know, when you guys first started talking, when you guys get together, and even in the relationship, you know, when you're marrying this person, when you're married to this person, I think that will continue. I think you really give them a space to, again, I really feel like this person, like before they really got with you, they were like, not like a monster, right? But I think they were like, you know, they had a cold, dead heart space. They had been through a lot of trials and tribulations when it comes to romantic connections, relationships. I think they didn't really feel like they had a space to be themselves. I feel like the world was kind of like a little hazy and like a little confusing to them. And I think you really ground them. I think you ground them. Groundhog. I think you ground them. I think you have warmed their heart space. You've made them a better person. They really have a lot of like gratitude for you, you know? Like I really am very grateful for you. Because you warmed my heart space, you know? Like you made me more feeling, and I was kind of cold and dead on the inside. You know, I was a little manipulative and like, you know, a little questionable before. I definitely think this person could have been a player. But I think you really, you know, you really warmed them. You've really changed them, you know. You know, when you are married to this person, like they really feel as though they can be themselves. You know, I can be myself with you, and I know that you will accept me. I know that you won't judge me. I know that I can be creative with you. I can let go of my past hurts, my past mistakes with you. I can let go of all of that with you because I know that I can trust you. I know that the pain in my past, I know that that's not relevant with you. I know that I can trust you, right? I know that you're going to be honest with me. I know that I can allow myself to love you, you know? Mom told me, make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely once I'm 7 years old. Why am I channeling that? What is the relevance? I think this person, like, I think their childhood was very, very significant. I think this person's childhood played a very significant part of their psyche, who they are. I think when they are with you, they're not like childlike, right? I'm not getting a childlike energy at all. But I am getting a space where they feel comfortable to like be their kind of childlike, authentic self with you, you know? Yeah, I think their childhood was significant. Definitely, for sure. Either in a negative or a positive way, the people that this person interact with. But again, like, that being said, I think this person, like, they don't act childlike with you. They just, like, feel comfortable allowing themselves to be the way that they were, like, authentically, right? Like, their authentic self, right? This person, they have a lot of air energy. Yeah. Because I think they were, like, kind of like a little, like a chaotic child. And I think you give them a space to express this childlike nature, you know? They don't feel like a sad energy, but it's like melancholy, right? It's melancholy, it's reminiscing about the past, it's wishing that they could have done things differently in the past, it's, you know, and I think, again, like, especially if they do have, like, a past thing, I do think that that could be kind of, like, with the Blurry and the Neptune here, you know? And I think you kind of clear up that past for them. You help them to understand why things happened the way that they did. I think you kind of give them, like, a purpose in that kind of way. Not like a purpose, not like a reason to live, but, like, we're not gonna be dramatic, but like, I think you just kind of help clarify some things for them. I think this person's very busy. They're a very busy energy, you know? And again, it's like, I think they had a lot of pain, you know? I had a lot of pain. I had a lot of painful experiences. I had a lot of trust issues. I had a lot of shit that I was holding on to that with you, I am able to accept and let go of. I am able to let go of my past. You really help this person, you know? I think there was a fear with kind of being self-sufficient and, like, being abundant in that kind of way. But I also think that, especially if this person was a player, I do think that there was an issue with them kind of keeping themselves busy all the time so that they don't really have to commit to an energy. And I think you really change them. I think you are so accepting of them and, like, all of their flaws that I think they feel comfortable to, especially if they had experienced pain regarding trust in the past, I think this person feels comfortable to kind of commit to you in that way. I mean, this is a future spouse video, so, like, obviously, but I mean, that doesn't really mean anything, but, like, whatever. It's definitely, like, a very, I think they feel comfortable enough to kind of settle down with you. Also, I do kind of, just because we have Jupiter and then we have the part of fortune increase and now we have that 9 of Pentacles, I definitely think that this person, like, they're definitely very busy energy. They're very work-focused energy. They could just be kind of like, they could just, like, have abundance. Like, abundance could kind of just come easy to them. They could always just, like, have enough, you know what I mean? I think you really allow this person a space to express themselves, you know? I think they're very, very grateful. They have a lot of gratitude for you. They have a lot of gratitude for you. Let's talk about the energy kind of surrounding, like, the meeting or the union or, like, whatever. Whatever significant event is next for you. You know, I don't know what kind of connection you have with this person, but whatever significant advancing of the connection is next. Meeting this person, marrying this person, dating this person, whatever it is, right? Yeah, there's a lot of, like, home energy, right? I think there's a little bit of anxiety and fear in regards to committing, not like committing, but like that, like, process, right? The process of, you know, moving in together, or, you know, the marriage, or the success that the two of you are looking towards. Because I think this person, again, there is, like, a lot of success here, especially with the four of wands, right? That's a very good omen to have. I just think that this person's a little bit afraid of that. You know what I mean? Like, they're a little, like, not hesitant. I just think that they're just, like, you know, they're a little, but they really, really want, like, success, right? I really, really want success. I am just a little bit apprehensive, you know, because I have experienced a lot of pain. I have, you know, been kind of fucked up in the past. Like, I've, you know, my past is, you know, questionable. But you really allow me a space to be this kind of energy. You kind of give me a space to be, like, a little gremlin, you know what I mean? And you're okay with that, and you accept that. And so I really want to move this forward. I think your next phase with this person, whether you're meeting them or whatever, is there definitely could be, again, I really feel like around Groundhog Day, that go, because we have like a lot of heat here also, right? Because we have the Mars force and then like a lot of wand energy. So I think this person is a very fiery energy. And so I think kind of how you'll know, right, is I think this person is going to, you know, speak with you, because we do have a lot of air energy here as well. Especially if they are kind of at a distance, it's like, I want to speak with you about, you know, progressing this. I want to speak to you about moving this connection forward, and I want to talk to you about, you know, maybe some anxieties that I have. I want to be very honest with you. I want to, you know, talk about trust. I want to talk about kind of our future together. And if you don't know this person, I think it's just kind of like, you know, during that interaction of the meeting, there could be discussion of a home or a past thing or trust issues, or maybe even art or like poetry in some kind of way. I do kind of feel like, just with that, we'll clear that up. Yeah. I think they are like, especially if you're first meeting this person, they're a little shady. They're a little shady. They're shady because they've been hurt in the past. Like, I'm talking like tremendous hurt. You know what I mean? Like, this person has experienced a lot of pain, especially maybe in their childhood. Either in their childhood or with like romantic connections. So kind of, or both. So just kind of, you know, that's going to be significant to you kind of knowing who this person is. There's definitely some kind of art involved. There's definitely like talk of trust or trust issues or a past thing, them kind of feeling like they can't really be themselves with other people, you know. You could maybe start as friends just with the cauldron, but you don't have to. They could wear glasses also, again, and there also could be something about their heart or just some kind of heart. And I feel like they're a very creative energy too. But this masculine energy here is definitely a little shady, right? I definitely think that they are a little shady, especially if you're first meeting this person. They're a little shady. They're a little questionable. And I think the both of you will kind of immediately know that there's something significant about the connection though, right? I think you'll just kind of be very confident, like, oh yeah, like this is my person, like I'm gonna marry them, yeah, sure. But I think there will be like a little bit of anxiety, especially when you kind of like, you know, when you kind of like fully understand that, you know. I do think that there will be some fear, especially if this person is a little bit shady, right? I don't really feel like, I think they could be a player, but we're really not getting any third party energy. I honestly feel like what it is kind of like a busyness and like a little bit of avoidance, you know. Why are they like so avoidant? Oh, they're just afraid of commitment. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's funny. They're just afraid of commitment. See, I was expecting the 3 of Cups. No, it's just, they're just afraid of commitment. That's literally all it is, babe. All it is they're afraid of commitment. That's literally all it is. And that could be why they're like a little, they could even not even really be that much of a player. Like if they kind of make themselves seem like, I do think that they are like a little, I definitely think that they are. But I don't think they're as bad as maybe you think that they are, especially if they're coming across a little bit shady, you know. I think they are just afraid of commitment. I literally think that's all it is. I think they are just like deeply afraid of commitment. I think they are afraid of getting hurt, especially because I think this person has had a lot of relationship trauma. So I feel like they definitely have had trust issues, like significant trust issues in the past. And so they don't really want to commit to you because like they do, but they don't, right? They do. It's a conflicting energy, especially in the beginning, right? So if you're like beyond that with this person, then I'm just explaining to you like how the beginning was. Because most of you probably haven't met your person yet, or, you know, you're kind of in that process, right? So I definitely think that they're a little shady because they're like a little bit afraid of like it being overwhelming, or it being them not being able to be themselves, or them like not being able to be free, or like them not being able to, like them feeling constricted. And I think that that's something that they're very afraid of. Again, I'm not saying that there's anything third party going on. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that I think this person like had experienced a lot of trust issues in past relationships, and so they just kind of became a player, or like a little bit of a fuck person, because they were very afraid of commitment. But I'm not getting anything third party, so I don't think that's something that you need to worry about or even really think about, if I'm being honest. I think this person, once you get to that level of commitment with this person, I think this person is very, very one person kind of deal, right? I don't think that they kind of, you know, reach out to other people in that kind of way. I do think that they are a very committed energy. I just think that they getting them to that point of commitment, I think, will take a while. I think it will take some time. I think they'll be a little bit avoidant. I think they'll kind of maybe use their words in a way that's like a little shady. But I think if you're willing to stick with this person, I do think that it could be a very, I think they are willing to, you know, eventually kind of commit to you and settle down. I just think that it might take a second to get there, especially if this person is like very busy, especially if they do like, because I think they do kind of use work as a way to not have to focus on romantic stuff and just like not have to deal with that. So yeah. Do you want like a little advice, I guess? Yeah, I think communication is very, very important here. I think communication is very important. I think this person is very communicative energy. I think this person is like a little, they're a communication forward, right? So getting this person's attention, keeping this person's attention is like a lot of communication. I don't think this person, like, they feel like a very communicative energy. They're very like air and fire, you know? It's like, I need like mental stimulation, you know? Yeah. I mean, I think your advice right now is to just talk to them. I think just talk to them, communicate with them, you know, keep the conversation going. I mean, I don't know what kind of texter this person is. I don't know what kind of grammar they use. I don't know if they're a good texter or whatever, but like, I think communication is something that's very important here. Especially if this person is very busy, if they do like travel a lot or whatever, it's like, I need that communication. I need like constant communication. I need like the constant reminder that you aren't going anywhere. I need the constant reminder that like you're not going to ghost me, that you're not just going to like disappear. I need that constant reminder. Because I do think your advice is to be very equal give and take, you know, so whatever they are giving to you, I think you give to them. I do think there's something significant about, maybe travel also. You guys could like travel together, because there's actually, now that I'm looking at it, there's a lot of travel energy here. So you could like go for drives, you could travel together, or especially when you are like married to this person, I definitely think you could travel. Like, because Gemini is short distance travel, that third house energy that's also the energy of communication also. Yeah. I think communication is really, really important here. Super important. Super duper important, especially like for this masculine, because I think they need I think both of you need, I think you're both communicative energies. I think you both kind of need that communication. I think for one of you, it's more like, I need to be reminded of your existence because I'm so busy. And also I think for one of you, or maybe the same person, is like, I need a constant reminder that you're not gonna just abandon me. I need a constant reminder that like you're still around, that you're still there, that we're still connected, because like you be working all the time. So like, I need that reminder that you still like me. I need to be reminded that you still love me, please. Especially if someone here has like, you know, trauma in regards to relationships or trust issues. It's like, they could be a little codependent, and like, I kind of need that reminder that you're not going anywhere, that I can trust you, that you're being honest with me. I kind of need that, especially if this masculine's like a little shady, you know? And I do think that they are willing to provide that for you. I just think that you kind of need to express that to them, because they are in fact a man, and men are stupid. So I do think they're a very smart energy though, right? I definitely think they're very intelligent, because like we have a lot of air energy here, and that's a very smart energy. But this person, especially this masculine, you know, like they don't feel like a super like emotional watery presence. Like that's not this masculine at all. They're very caring, right? I'm very caring. I'm very loving. I am very affectionate towards you, but I'm affectionate in my own little ways, right? I'm affectionate and like in the way that I communicate with you, in the way that I like, this person feels like action. I'm action oriented. I don't like to say shit. I mean, I like to say shit, but like, I like to show you how much I love you. I like to show my affection and not just tell you that I love you, because actions speak louder than words. So your advice here is to speak with them. You know, when you meet this person, I think you'll kind of know when you meet them, right? I think your advice is to make sure that you're communicating with them, make sure you keep up that communication, make sure that you're expressing that you want to move this forward, because especially if this person's really busy, I think maybe that can kind of like slip their mind, or they could just kind of not really get the hint, or just not really understand, because they are kind of a busy energy. So that's what I have for you, pile one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Maybe. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. If you chose pile 2, this is your reading. I chose Sun Being, and the song you chose is Personal by Emotional Oranges. This person has This person is very, like, personality forward, right? They're very personality forward. Just with the sun as your overall energy, they're very personality forward. And they have a strong personality, right? They have a very strong sense of self. They feel, as opposed to pile 1, that did not feel childlike, this actually does kind of feel like a childlike energy. I think they're kind of like a hermited presence, though. I don't really feel like, this doesn't feel like a social butterfly, you know? They have a strong personality. They're very happy energy, but it feels like they are a little sensitive. So I think they tend to kind of retreat their energy from people a lot. Especially like if maybe one person here is like a little, they like to, you know, they're playful or whatever. They like to poke fun. I think that kind of like, you know, I think that tends to kind of cause them to retreat a little bit. Whoa. Hello? What's going on? Hello? They could be, yeah. I think this person has, like, they're a very sensitive energy. They're very sensitive. They're super sensitive. Like, their feelings are they're a very sensitive, feeling-y kind of energy, you know? I think they could have, like, some self-sabotaging tendencies, you know? Yeah, again, this feels like a childlike energy, you know? It feels like a youthful spirit, right? I think they could have some anger issues. I feel like it's an emotional thing, you know? I think they could get a little irritated easy. Because the anger, you know, it's just energy, so I don't think this is, like, anger issues. I think maybe it's just, like, they get a little irritated easy. They could have some I heard, like, self-deprecating behavior, but also I think it's, like, self-sabotaging behavior. And I think they're very sensitive. I'm a sensitive little energy. I'm a sensitive little baby. Yeah, they're very sensitive. But that actually makes sense because Cancerian energy is, like, very sensitive. Like, they're very sensitive. I think she even says that they're a Cancer in the fucking song. I'm pretty sure. I think, like, they feel like they mean well. I just think that they kind of have, like, some emotional issues, which makes sense with all this water energy here, you know? I just think that they have some, like, emotional, like, ups and downs, you know? They don't feel like a bad energy, though, but they feel kind of like, they definitely could want, like, kids, for sure. Because we now have, like, the sun, you know, which is, like, you know, a childlike energy, and then also the angel of new life, which always gives, like, babies to me, you know, because, like, they're, like, two, you know, they're, like, two little kids. They feel like a happy, joyful kind of energy. I just think that maybe, like, oh, like, what the fuck, with the trust card and then the key in this photo, like, throw away the key, you know? What is that saying? It's like a thing that kids say, right? Again, I think this person either wants kids or, like, they're a very childlike energy. And there are even kids in this photo. Lock it up and throw away the key, or, like, whatever. I feel like this person's really good at keeping secrets, though. Because with the trust card and, like, now that, like, throw away the key energy, I think they're really good at keeping secrets. I think they have, like, again, I think they have, like, some past emotional stuff. They definitely could have some trust issues, but I don't really think it's relationship stuff. I mean, it definitely could be, but I think this is more, like, emotional stuff. Like, they're, like, biochemical, like, DNA and shit. Like, they're, like, their psychology is just a little out of whack, you know? They're not a bad person, though, definitely not. Like, they definitely don't, like, feel, like, super manipulative or anything like that. It's just that I think they're kind of childlike, especially if they do have, like, you know, some emotional stuff. I think maybe they could be a little, not, like, stunted emotionally, but, like, they could just be kind of childlike. That could be something that, like, a way that they express themselves, you know? They're very quick on their feet, though, you know? Like, they're very, like, smart. They're able to kind of, like, I think they are not a manipulative energy, but I think they are good at kind of escaping situations and, like, avoiding things. This feels like someone who, like, who is, like, a little avoidant of people, you know? Like, especially, like, with that retreat card, I definitely think this person, like, is kind of a homebody, you know what I mean? Like, they kind of chill out at home. They don't really go out. Like, they're not a partier. Like, they kind of stay home, you know? They're kind of chill. Yeah, again, I definitely think that they have some self-sabotaging tendencies, you know, some self-sabotaging behaviors. They don't feel like a bad energy, though. Definitely not. I just think that, I mean, this is definitely something that you're going to have to, like, kind of, like, you know, get used to, you know? Kind of, like, deal with, you know? They could gamble with the gambler card, or they could just be kind of, like, a little bit of a risk taker, you know? They could, like that risky shit, especially with, like, the anger and the trust and, like, the noose, like, you know? that could be a way that they channel their self-sabotaging tendencies in your relationship. They could kind of like risky stuff because that's like a healthy outlet for their risk-taking, self-sabotaging behavior. And the back of the deck is Hermit, which confirms that Hermit energy. This feels like a person who kind of likes the toned down kind of look when it comes to feminine energies. Like I kind of like feminine energies that are a little toned down, so like when you kind of meet this person, even though we have a Don Juan here, which I guess you can be like a player, you can be like a fuckboy and still like kind of humble, subtle feminine energy. I don't think they're a player though. Like I don't think this person's like, we do have a lot of water energy here and that's a little manipulative, but I don't feel as though this person's manipulative. I don't feel as though this person's like a negative kind of energy when it comes to other people. I think they're just like seductive. I think that's all it is. I think they're just like hot, you know what I mean? I think that's all it is. But I think they're actually like a very like introverted, like homebody kind of energy. Like I really don't like, I don't be going out. I don't be going to clubs. Like I'm attractive, sure, right? Like whatever. I'm seductive, I'm a little flirty, whatever. But like that's really not me. Like I'm really not the club kind of person. Like that's really not who I am. They're a very, 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 very sensitive energy. They're very sensitive. So like if this is like, if you're kind of just getting to know them, the way that you're going to know this person is they could gamble, right? They could gamble. We also have like double magic energy. So like if it is that kind of connection, I think they could do magic in some kind of way. I do think that they're kind of like, not like, they're not like a player. They're just kind of flirty, right? I'm attractive and I'm kind of flirty. And like, I could maybe be a little seductive, whatever, but I'd be going home. Like, I'd be going home to chill. My inbox is dry. Like, I'd like, I'm just chilling. I think this person, they value trust, right? Like, I really value trust. I do think they have some self-sabotaging behaviors, though. They definitely could want kids. But I also think they themselves are kind of a childlike energy, I do think they have some anger issues, though. Like, very subtle, but I think that could manifest in, like, risky behavior, right? I think this person likes risky behavior or, like, things that are kind of taboo, things that are, like, kind of, like, it's risky, right? Especially when it comes to, like, that child energy, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, they're a big thinker, they do a lot of thinking, they do a lot of, like, hermited spiritual work, like this person does, like, especially if they're watery or like whatever this person does, they tend to do it kind of solitude. They tend to retreat themselves from me, especially because like Cancerian energy, they're like a crab, and they tend to, even like we have the beetle, like hardened shelled creatures, right? Like I have a hard shell, I have a hard exterior, but I'm very soft on the inside actually. So if you see a version of me that is like a little Don Juan-y, I'm not actually like that. I'm actually like very sweet and sensitive. I'm actually like if you maybe saw a player, like that's really not my vibe. My vibe is actually very like sweet and sensitive. I think they have like, they're very like, they're very feeling-y, like they have a lot of feelings. I'm very sensitive. And by sensitive, I mean they're a little sensitive to rejection. I'm a little sensitive to criticism. I have a lot of, I do have feelings, right? I'm a very like feeling-y energy. And I think they kind of prefer to like keep that under wraps. I prefer to not really let people know that I have these feelings. They have like a lot of emotional ups and downs, right? Because I'm very sensitive, I'm very watery, I'm very emotional, I take things very personally, I have like anger issues, I have risky behavior, like they're definitely like they're definitely like kind of a handful. Do you know what I mean? Like they're a little bit of like they're a handful, right? They're definitely a handful. But I think your next interaction with this person, the next elevating of your connection, is them kind of communicating their feelings, right? I'm going to communicate maybe some feelings that I'm having, be them romantic, sadness, aggression, like whatever those feelings are. I would like to express those to you. I think if you haven't met this person yet, I think you will know them because of how like kind of sensitive they are. They don't feel like a volatile energy. They just feel like, especially in the beginning of your connection, they feel a little, they're like a wild card, you know? It's like, what are they gonna do next? You know, it's like, are they gonna gamble this day? Are they gonna tell me a story this day? Are they gonna be a detective this day? Are they gonna do some self-sabotaging stuff? Are they gonna take this personally? Are they gonna get upset with me? Like, it's a little like unpredictable. Unpredictable is the word, right? They're a little unpredictable. So that's kind of the next elevation of the connection. I definitely feel like there's definitely like a child. So I definitely think that like when you do marry this person, I definitely think kids are a possibility. And if you do have kids with this person, which I do think that you will, just because we have a couple of confirmations of that, I do think they'll be very magical children, right? Very, very magical kids. And I think even the kids will be very like watery and intuitive, you know, super watery, super intuitive, a little sensitive, very magical, very, very magical kids, you know? Yeah, especially because now we have the Sun and the Queen of Wands and the fucking Page of Wands. It feels like a very good connection though, right? So I think your next kind of interaction with them, right? Your next, like the next elevating of the connection. I think if you're with this person currently, there definitely could be talk about kids for sure. If not, then I think they will kind of just express maybe some feelings or like positivity, right? Like this is a very like positive kind of connection. Like they're definitely, and like when I say like express feelings, I don't mean like they're gonna cry on your fucking shoulder. Do you know what I mean? I just think that they like are very like open when it comes to expressing their emotions with you. Maybe not everybody, but at least with you, they're very open to expressing their feelings with you. They're very open to, they feel very positively about you, especially if this person has like some self-sabotaging tendencies or like if they have a sadness or an anger or whatever. It's like with you, I feel very, very, very positive. Yeah, but again, they could even be in the middle of like working on something. They could be in the middle of, God, if cards are falling. They could be in the middle of, this could be same sex. This could be a little, because the King of Cups can have like a little bit more of a feminine energy. Even though it is a masculine energy, it does tend to lean maybe a little bit more feminine, or like a friend kind of thing. So this definitely could be a little LGBT, you know, like a little whatever. I think they want to be kind of very clear about their intentions. I want to be really clear about like kind of how I feel about you, because I mean pile 2 is feminine energy, right? So I really want to be very clear about how I feel about you, you know? Because like, oh, we even have like, because like the page, you know, we have like the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups and the King of Cups, right? So it's like, and this can even be, this could actually, I mean the Knights also can signify people. These all signify people though, by the way. If you're wondering, they all signify people. So we have a lot of like, a lot of energies here, right? A lot of like, people present. There are a lot of people present. So this could even be like a group thing where you guys like will, kind of talk about this. I think your next like elevation, you know, either meeting them or I definitely think you could meet them in some kind of group activity just because we have so many people here. I think it'll be a very positive kind of interaction. I think you will meet them surrounding like a lot of positivity. This is definitely like a child energy, so it could even be like a child event. I don't know what that's gonna mean for you, but like it could definitely be like a child event or something, you know. Or I mean, you could just, I mean, they could have kids, like that could be the thing too. Like they could have kids or like whatever, you know. But I definitely think that you'll kind of know this person by their kind of unpredictable kind of behavior. And they definitely feel a little bit more childlike, right? Like they don't, I mean, not like childlike if that doesn't resonate, but more like, you know, they're very in tune with their inner child, right? But I do think that they have some self-sabotaging behaviors for sure. But I do think that you'll kind of help them with that as you kind of establish this connection. I think that is something that they are going to work on when it comes to, you know, being with you, you know. This person's going to have a lot of growth, right? I am going to have a lot of growth in your connection. What's like a little advice? Because even notice how like all my cards were messed up? Like all my cards were like fucked up. It's like this person like, yeah, they're a little chaotic, a little unpredictable. Like they're very much, I mean, this definitely could be a child, right? Like, for sure, this definitely could be an actual child. This could be your actual whatever. But if not, then I think this person is just kind of they're a wild card, right? They're a wild card. Yeah, I think you will kind of intuitively know, right? I am going to intuitively know kind of when I meet you or when this is manifested, you know, because I'll just kind of feel it, you know, I'll just kind of know. Especially if this is a potential future child, right? We're not ruling that out, you know, it's very possible. Anything's possible on this fucking channel. So if this is a potential future child, I definitely think that I would watch out for some emotional stuff. You know, I think they're a very sensitive energy. And I think they are, you know, definitely a little emotionally volatile, right? I think your advice is that you will know, right? You're going to know when this is manifested for you. I think because this person has like a little bit of an emotional instability, I think they could maybe allow, or you, if this is you or whatever, I think they have some mental stuff, right? Like there's some mental stuff going on, right? There's like a mental, it doesn't feel like a mental disorder. It just kind of feels like this person's like emotional, right? Like I'm just kind of an emotional energy. Like it doesn't feel like anything serious, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like a disorder or anything like that. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. If you feel like it is, then whatever. But I feel like they're just sensitive. You know, like I'm just sensitive. I just take things personal. I'm sensitive to criticism. Like I'm just kind of an innocent energy. Like I'm just kind of sensitive. So if this is you, I would keep in mind the fact that you are kind of a sensitive energy. And not everything as bad as it seems as you make it up in your head. I think if this is not your energy, I think keep in mind that this person does have like, they're a little sensitive, right? They're definitely a sensitive energy. They're a very positive, joyful energy. I think they will make you feel very good about yourself. I think you will make them feel very good about themselves. It's a very, very, very positive connection. A lot of positivity here, a lot of sun energy, you know? But again, this kind of goes hand in hand with like, I am very sensitive, but I am kind of willing and wanting to move forward with you, even with my baggage. And I do feel as though this person has, again, they're very sensitive to criticism. I'm really sensitive to rejection. I'm very sensitive to criticism. Don't hurt my feelings. Don't hurt my feelings. And they do have like mental stuff, right? Like they have like, they're just very sensitive. That's all it is. Yeah, again, this definitely could like be a childhood thing. Because we do have a lot of childlike energy here. If this is a child, I definitely think that they're going to be a water sign. Definitely, for sure. This is giving water sign kid energy. Yeah, I mean, it feels like they, you know, they get like, you know, I'm emotional and I'm sensitive and I'm gonna cry sometimes and I'm gonna get angry sometimes and I'm gonna cause fits. I'm gonna have tantrums and I'm, you know, I'm flirty sometimes and then other times I'm magical and then other times I'm a gambler and then other times I'm gonna destroy things. I'm gonna rip up your couch. I'm gonna fucking throw my blocks everywhere. Like I'm chaos. I'm gonna be chaos. But I think keep in mind that this person is very sensitive. I'm very sensitive to rejection. I'm very sensitive. My feelings are very sensitive. And I really would like to move this forward with you. You know, I really want to move this forward with you. But I think, like, yeah, definitely. For sure. This definitely is giving, like, child energy. So I think for some of you, this definitely could be, like, a future child or current child or, like, whatever. A childlike energy. Or this person could just be a child. I just cut at the fucking Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. And that's a couple. We have so many people. There's so many people and, like, court cards in this pile. There's so many people. So I definitely think you can meet them in like a social setting. You could meet them in a social setting where there's like a lot of positivity, or even like in like the summer months, the spring summer months where the sun is like at its peak, you know. That could be kind of when this is manifested. Especially if they're like a water sign, that's like, well, Scorpio, well, Pisces is March into sorry, February into March, which is kind of that Groundhog Day energy, which I mentioned in pile 1. And then Cancer is what, June into July, and then Scorpio is like more fall. So, but I definitely do think that this is either a child, they're a childlike energy, or this is like a future child, or they could have like some childhood issues, you know, or it could be all of the above. I don't know. You take it how it resonates. But I think this person, like, I think you will really like them. I just think that there's like some mental stuff that this person kind of needs to work through before this kind of gets up. And I think, I mean, if you haven't met this person yet, I think if you're willing to kind of stick with this person while they kind of deal with like whatever they have going on, because it feels like their life is a little bit chaotic, you know, I think they do have like some stuff going on, you know, like some mental stuff, some people. I think they have like a lot of people in their life, like not like romantic things really, more like just people, like family members or like whatever. But I think your advice overall is to just keep in mind that this person is very sensitive, right? I'm a very, very, very sensitive energy. I'm a sensitive little baby, right? I'm very sensitive. I can be a little defensive because, like, you know, I'm sensitive to criticism. I'm sensitive. And I think that's how you're going to know who this person is. They're a very watery energy. They could be a little chaotic. They could gamble. They're a little bit magical. They could be very, very seductive, right, with a Don Juan. Like, I'm very seductive energy, but I'm not really. Like, I like to go home and, like, curl up and cuddle. You know, like, I'm really not, like, a player. That's not this person's vibe. This person does not have a player vibe at all. This person has the vibe of being kind of childlike and maybe having some emotional issues. And, like, maybe they have kids or they want kids. You could definitely meet them in like a social setting or like around a bunch of people. And also I think that they're just a very positive energy. You know, I think they're a very positive energy, kind of a joyful energy. And I think that they will make you feel very positive and very, very uplifted. So that is what I have for you, Pile 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Maybe. Okay, I'll take that one. But Midnight Sky also wanted to fall, so if you're wondering. If you chose pile 3, this is your reading. You guys chose 4th House Roots, and the song you chose is Greenlight by the Jonas Brothers. Yeah. There's definitely something about the home and family. They could be like a family friend, or like they could, whatever. But now we have the home and family card, and we have 4th House Roots, which is a family vibe. The 4th house is your root, right? It's your family. It's where you come from. I don't know why I'm getting that there's something about their family that's very, like, put together. Do you know what I mean? Like, their family is very, not, like, well off, I don't think. I just think that their family is very prominent. I think they have a very significant family. Or their roots, where they come from, is very significant. They're a lover, though. like, they're a lover. Like, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Do you know what I mean? They're very attractive. I think that they're someone who's very, like, you could definitely have a family with this person. I think your families, I think your roots, where you come from, could be similar. Or again, I mean, your families could know each other. This could be like a family connection or something like that. But like, I definitely think they're like kind of like a sensual kind of energy, because I use hibiscus and like a lot of like love, like self-love, like anything regarding like love or sex, like I use hibiscus in, like, magic wise. And now we also have, like, the family vibe, and this is a very, like, loving, sensual kind of energy. So you definitely could build a family and create roots with this person for sure, if that's something that you're wanting. I assume that it is, because this is your pile. But if it's not, then perhaps be cautious. But I do think that is something that you are wanting with this person. I do think they're a very sensual person, though. Do you know what I mean? Because we have like Greenlight and then hibiscus and the love energy and then like all this family energy. So I definitely think that they're very like, they're a very happy person. They are a very happy person. Or you make them very happy, or they make you very happy, whatever. But I think you're going to know this person because of the fact that they're a lover, not a fighter, right? They're a very like sensual, subtly sexual energy. And I also think that they're just like very happy. They're very smiley, you know? They're very happy all the time. Oh my God. Interesting. But then the back of deck is the house cards. There's definitely something in regards to their family, that their roots, where they come from, is very significant to this person. I think they have a lot of knowledge. They're a very smart person. They could be very educated. I really think that the way that you're going to know who this person is the fact, like, they're going to, where they came from, their roots, their family is very significant. You guys could bond in that way. And they're also just a very happy person. I also think they're very attractive. Or the color red could be significant. Only because hibiscus is red, and then we have like orange, which is like kind of off red, and then pink, which is off red, and then like the overall energy of your relationship is red. Also maybe green. I don't know. Whatever. Take it how it resonates. Oh, and red is also the color of your root. When it comes to like chakra energies and things like that, red is your root chakra. There's something very significant about where this person comes from, their root, where they're seated, you know? I think that's at the base of your spine. I'm fairly certain. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to do my research and then I'm going to edit this in editing if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's at like the very base of your spine, your root. They do, yeah, they feel very like subtly sexual. They don't feel outwardly sexual though. Or like they're a lover, not a fighter. Do you know what I mean? like even with the knife here, it's like I'm a loving energy. Like I'm a happy, spirited, like vaguely attractive kind of presence, right? If this is a masculine energy, I definitely think that they are very attractive, right? Whatever attractiveness means to you, I think you will be very attracted to them. I think the attraction here, I think the chemistry is there, right? I don't feel as though that's going to be an issue. I think you are both very attracted to each other. Even if there's like a physical thing, I think maybe both of you could have like physical insecurities, but I don't really feel like either of you like, I think you both like each other very much. Like, I don't really feel like there's like a distaste for each other's physical presences. Like, I feel like attraction is there, right? Like, immediately. I think you both make each other very happy. This feels like a very happy-go-lucky kind of energy. They feel very intelligent. Even like Camille with the source too. It's like, I feel like they're a very communicative energy as well. I feel like the communication is definitely going to be there, especially with Mercury here. But I think there could maybe be some past stuff. Or even like maybe that's kind of the significance of their root, right? Like where they come from, their home and their family, that could be significant to what they're needing to release. In the beginning, I kind of maybe got the feeling that there could be like, not necessarily trauma, but just like you guys could bond over your home, like where you came from. I think your roots could be very similar, like where you came from. I think you have similar storylines in that way. I think you like kind of clear that path for them. Again, I'm really being reminded of your root chakra, which is red, which is at like the very, I think it's at the base of your spine. I'm pretty sure it's there. But this person, like, they kind of clear that out for you. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of like, ow. That shit hurted. Ow. I'm sorry. I'm touching my own root right now. I'm touching my own spine and that shit hurted. So I just think that like they could make you, or you could make them see some things about their root or their past or their family in a way that maybe they weren't aware of before. In like a good way. I think they're going to very much clear that path for you, right? They're going to like with the knife here, they're going to like slice through like all of the bullshit and like really allow you to see things as they are and maybe not in a clouded way. Especially if maybe you're like where you came from was a little like not negative, but just like maybe you weren't seeing it as clearly as you could have been. I think there are some things that you needed to release in your past, in your root, you know? So it's like, I think this person's really going to help you do that, or you do that for them, whatever. Yeah. There is a tremendous amount of love here, though. Like, there's a lot of love here. But again, I also kind of feel like you were a little chained to your past, you know? I think you were very, like, very chained to who you were, right? Very chained to this person that you were in your past, in your root, and not who you are when you meet them. And I think this person's really going to help you kind of clear that out, you know? They are a little bit of a teacher in a way, I think. I think they really are very, like, gentle with you. Like, very kind with you. Again, like, I'm a lover. I'm a lover, not a fighter, right? I'm a lover, not a fighter, even though we have the warrior card. And that could even maybe be the thing where it's like, maybe you are, like, someone's energy here is a lover, not a fighter, and the other energy is a fighter. And so there's a lot of, like, there's very much the energy of, like, mom and dad, you know? Like, very much the energy of, like, mommy and daddy, like, masculine, feminine, you know? It's a very, like, I don't want to say like traditional like relationship in that kind of way, because it might not be. I'm not really getting that super strong, but I do think that the masculine energy here takes on the role of like protector, provider, kind of fatherly energy, very much masculine, because I think this feminine is in very much in the energy of like, I'm pretty, like I'm pretty and I'm a lover and and that's not my job. It's not my job to be a fighter. That's your job. And I think they kind of, one or the other or both of you, help each other see your roots in a different, clearer way. This person could be part of your daily routine. They could be part of your daily routine. You know, or they could quickly become part of your daily routine, you know. This feels like the kind of relationship that doesn't move fast. I don't really feel like it moves fast necessarily. I just think that, like, you get along very well. Like, especially if it is, like, traditionally masculine versus feminine, you guys kind of take on the role of, like, mommy and daddy, like, very early on. Like, that's something that you kind of just both do naturally with each other. So I think you will kind of very quickly build roots with this person. You know, you will quickly, like, become part of each other's, like, daily lives, you know? Like, I don't think the talking phase with this person is going to last very long. Right? So if you're in the energy of, like, wanting to settle down, like, if you're wanting to settle down, start a family, build a home and shit, like, this is definitely, like, you're on the right path with this one, like, definitely. And if you haven't met this person yet, I do think that the way you will know them is how happy they will make you, how they will help you see things from your root in your childhood or your family, your home, whatever, where you come from, a little differently and a little bit clearer. And I also think that they are very attractive, right? So, like, how I think there's going to be, like, immediate attraction, right? Yeah, like, I transform routine. I transform routine. Yeah, and also, again, I think there's a lot of attraction towards each other's physical forms. Like, I think that's, like, kind of the initial pull here. I think there's a lot of attraction towards each other. Words, please. Oh my god. I think there's a lot of attraction towards each other's physical bodies. But also, I do think that there's, like, a significant communication. I think you guys, like, talk a lot. But again, like, there's a lot of communication, like, immediately. So, like, a lot of communication, but that helps the connection. So you guys aren't going to be in the talking phase for very long. Like, it's going to kind of progress kind of fast in the beginning. Like, you guys are going to become established, like, kind of fast. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking, like, 4 months into this person. I mean, I don't know. Some of y'all move kind of fast. So, like, maybe, like, 4 days, 4 weeks. I don't know. But, like very soon into your connection with this person, you guys will kind of, like, settle into a routine with each other. You know, kind of settle into, like, that. There's a lot, so much Mercury here. There's so much Mercury. There's so much communication. And again, I think you guys stimulate each other's minds. I think that's kind of what the pull is here, because you find this person to be so intellectually stimulating. Like, they're attractive, you're attracted to their physical form, and they're smart, which I think is something that, like, you could be kind of a brainy person, and so you need someone who's brainy as well. What's kind of, like, I want to know about, like, what the energy is going to be like when you meet this person, or when things kind of progress with this person. Yeah, I think there is, like, a busyness, though, especially, like, with this card. Like, one of you could be a little bit busier than the other, but I think there's going to be, like, a lot of immediate success here. Like, a lot of immediate, like, oh, I like you. Like, let's keep this going. Like, let's talk all the time. Like, let's talk a lot. Like, let's release our pasts and shit. Like, let's be happy together. Like, I think you're going to be very busy with them, right? Like, again, you guys are going to be part of each other's daily routines, like, a lot. Like, very, very early on, very quickly into the relationship, you're going to become part of this person's daily routine. Because I think it is mutual. I think it is mutual. I think one of you could maybe want to move things along maybe a little faster than the other, but I do feel like it is mutual. I don't necessarily feel like this is the kind of thing where it's like, I want to start a family and you also want to start a family. Like, I want to love you and you want to love me, and I think you're attractive and I want you to move in and you also want to move in, right? So it's very mutual. I'm not getting, like, this is, like, kind of a toxic thing where it's like one of you wanted to start a family and move in and the other one didn't, and, like, I don't feel like it's that. I feel like it's very much mutual energy, right? So if it's not mutual, then then perhaps this isn't your person. And that tends to happen with like soulmate stuff too, where it's like your soulmate and like a karmic energy are very similar, but one ends up being fucking awful and the other one is like your actual soulmate where it's like mutual, you know. So be on the lookout for that if you haven't met this person yet. If you're kind of in this situation and it's moving very fast and like, you know, they want to move in, they want to have kids, like they want to love super early on and you're not super into that, but this sounds like that situation, just be cautious of that because it could definitely be kind of karmic-y. So just a little warning. I do feel like this situation though, it is very mutual, right? Like you're both mutually like, oh, I want to love you and I want to be part of your daily routine and I want to start a home and family and I want to have kids, right? Like that, it's mutual. So I think you'll kind of know, again, like with the green light as your overall energy, it's like you will kind of know immediately. Like I immediately will know that I want this to go somewhere with you. I immediately know that I want to create something with you. I immediately know that even though I am busy, I want to be busy with you. I want to pull you into my world very quickly, like very, very soon, very early on, right? This masculine has a very like, it's giving a little bit pile one, so you might want to check that out. They're very much giving like very cool and very calm and very collected, and this feminine is like a little sexual gremlin, like a little sexual deviant. Like she's like a little crazy, you know, like she's a little crazy, but I love her. I'm so in love with her, but I just can't keep up with her. I just can't. I definitely think, and don't listen to me. Don't tell this masculine I tell you this shit. But like, I definitely think that this feminine's sex drive outweighs this masculine's. By like a lot. So if you're the masculine energy here, I certainly think that she will have you a little outmatched when it comes to, again, because she's a lover. She's a lover, not a fighter, all right? She's a lover. I just want to love you. That's all I want. All I want is to love you and to start a family and to like have a little happy home with you. That's all I want. All I want is to be happy with you and to love you. That's all I want. And I also want to do sexy stuff. So it does feel very traditional. It definitely feels traditional. So what's like, how can you kind of, what's like advice / continuing to manifest this energy? Oh my fucking Lord. Yeah, I feel like there is definitely a lot of success to be, a lot of success to be had here. I do kind of feel like this masculine wants to share, again, they want to be like a provider. Do you know what I mean? Like this is a very traditionally masculine kind of energy, right? Like it's very like, I want to provide for you. I want to build a home with you. I want to kind of, they feel like, I don't know how old this person is, but it's like they feel like they're in the energy of like settling down, right? So when you meet this person, when you kind of get things going with them, they're in the energy, this masculine is in the energy of settling down, right? I'm in the energy of like, I'm done fucking around. I want a wife. I want to fucking settle down. Like, I'm done being a whore. Like, I don't want to be a whore anymore. I just want to settle down and start a family. And I don't know if this masculine was, like, promiscuous before. We do have the prostrate card here. But I think that is more indicative of this person's busyness. I do think they are very work-focused energy because they are very much in provider energy. I do think that they see a new beginning with you, you know, immediately. I immediately am aware of the fact that you are someone that I would like to spend a lot of my time with, if not the rest of my life with. And I also think that they're very aware of like the familial feelings. I think kind of immediately they kind of want to like start a family with you, you know? So again, if you're not in that energy, if you kind of are meeting this person and you are not in the energy of settling down and starting a family, then I think maybe this could be a little karmic. So just kind of use your discernment here, use some discretion, you know what I mean? So like if you get the hint that they want to start a family and shit and you're not into that, it could be a little, I would just be wary. It could verge into some weird territory. But if you are wanting to start a family with this person, I think it's very reciprocated. I definitely think it's very, very, very reciprocated. yeah, I mean, I think the way that you're going to know this person is, yeah, because they're very in their feelings when it comes to you. Like, I have a lot of feelings when it comes to you, and I, like, really want to express those feelings, and I want to give you all of my love, and, like, I definitely think that they could have, like, especially if you both share, like, familial root home trauma, I think you both maybe could have some things in your past that are similar, and it's, like, I kind of want to, you know, I want to be open and honest with you because I'm a little tired of, like, being, like, a Casanova, like, you know, whore. Like, I'm tired of being a whore. Like, I just kind of want to settle down. So it feels very positive, you know. I definitely think that the way that you're going to know them is how happy they make you, how happy they are. I think they're very intelligent. I think they're very, very communicative. I think they're very chatty with you, right? Like, I think, like, I don't know whose energy it is, but, like, someone's, or both of you, or, like, whatever, but it's, like, the communication here is good, right? You have good conversations, like, the topics of conversation are conversations that the both of you like and are engaged in. You're both very attracted to each other's physical forms. Like, there's truly nothing that I think you guys don't like about each other. I think immediately you will hit it off, and I think this will move kind of fast. So if you don't know this person yet, I think when you know them, you're going to know them because it's going to, like, progress very quickly. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you when I see you. If you guys chose pile 4, this is your reading. You guys chose North Node Destiny, and the song you chose is Healing by Fletcher. This person, like, okay, so so here's the thing about this connection, right? It is destined, but they're healing. Like, they're healing. They're in the process of healing when you kind of, you know, first start interacting with them. So I definitely think this is going to be kind of a slow build, right? This is definitely going to be a slow build. Like, as opposed to pile 3, like, this is going to be, like definitely a lot of chemistry, right? But it's going to be a little bit of a slow build. I think you're going to spend some time apart from them, because this person is healing, right? And this person is healing from something fairly traumatic, I think. I think you're both very creative energies. I think you will spend time apart from them, though. You know? I don't think you're gonna be, like, up this person's ass all the time when you guys first... This feels like very much, like, I'm picking up very much when you guys kind of first start interacting, you know? I do think you will spend a lot of time apart from each other because you are both healing. You are both healing separately. You are both being successful separately. You are both creating separately. I do think you are both very creative energies, though. And you're both very sweet with each other, you know? It's like, I want, like, I don't know if either of you are particularly, like, you know, not kind energies. I'm not really getting that. I'm just getting that I think that both of you are very conscious of your interactions with each other, because you are both very conscious of being kind with each other. I really want to be sweet with you. I want to be graceful with you. I really want a lot of success here, but I am in the process of healing, so I'm very aware of my own actions with you. I think you're both very honest with each other. You know, it feels like you're both very much on the same page. Like, this feels like a very, like, emotionally mature connection. You know what I mean? Like, it's very emotional. You're both, oh my god, words. You're both very emotionally mature with each other, very emotionally grown, right? But I just think that you're in the process, you're both individually in the process of healing from things. We are both individually in the process of getting over stuff, but that doesn't mean that I don't love you. Like, the love is there. It's just that we have to spend time apart, especially in the beginning. I don't really feel like it'll be that later on. Like, when you guys are established, I don't really feel like it'll be that way. I just think that in the beginning, because the both of you are, like, heavily working through some healing processes, I think you'll be spending a lot of time apart from each other. I don't really feel as like you'll mind, because Pluto is also the energy of transformation, and also we have, like, the Free Yourself with it, which is number 13, which is the Death card, which is transformation. So I definitely think that you guys kind of trigger each other to change and transform in a very positive way. I just think that you guys will have to spend time apart while you're doing that. But it feels like between the two of you, the energy is very, very good, very successful, very sweet with each other, very romantic with each other, very honest with each other. Very, very honest, you know? Like, this is not a relationship that is, like, sneaky or secretive. Like, you guys are very upfront with each other. I don't know why I'm getting that this feminine is a little, like, a little, like, I don't want to say, like, feral, but, like, I just think that they are a feminine who has had like, who's had to be, just with this card alone, it's like this feminine has kind of had to be self-sufficient. I've been on my own for a long time. And so I grew to just kind of become someone who spent a lot of time away from people, who did a lot of healing work, who transformed things on my own, who was a very honest, very blunt, very straightforward energy. And I think you kind of make them a little bit sweeter. Or, you know, this masculine will make you a little bit sweeter if that's resonating as your storyline, feminine. Because I'm getting like a very like sweet, watery Piscean energy from someone here. I don't want to place it on this masculine, but there's a watery kind of sensitive energy here that is very, very healing for the energy who's a little like more self-sufficient and independent, you know? And you're both very, very devoted to each other. Even if you have to spend time apart, it's like, I'm very devoted to you. I am very devoted to you. Even though I am, you know, doing my own thing, I'm off doing my own creative work, like we're spending time apart from each other, like, you know, we're both kind of transforming on our own. I love you and I'm very devoted to you and I'm truly not interested in anybody else. I don't foresee there ever being anybody that I will want over you instead of you. I don't foresee myself ever wanting that. Because I think the two of you are kind of busy with your own lives. So it's like, I don't think infidelity is like a problem here. I don't get that at all. Because I think the relationship is like a little perfect. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that the both of you find so much success and satisfaction with each other. I don't think this is a connection where it's like that's even like a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even get the energy of like, I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, relationships, you know, like, you know, they get a little whatever and you need to like, you know, add some spice. I don't feel as though this is the relationship that's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get that this is a relationship that will ever lose that spark, that chemistry, you know what I mean? Just because I think the two of you are both so intensely transformative on your own time. Like, you both spend so much time healing. It's like when you're in each other's energies, it's like, it's almost like you're brand new people, like, every time, because you guys are both successful in your own time. I don't think this is either of you though, this saboteur energy. I think in the beginning, because the both of you are healing and you guys trigger each other to heal, I think there definitely could be some personal self-sabotage that's happening, but I think you both will get over that very quickly. I don't feel as if it's going to be an issue, and in fact, I think it actually could be outside energies. As you guys kind of progress into the relationship, I think it could be outside energies that try to sabotage this. I don't think they'll be successful, but I do think that that is something that maybe you should be aware of. Ooh, they both fell at the same time. That's crazy. Yeah, like I said, I really think that this feminine is like a little sharp, you know, like a little sharp. But just because she's kind of had to be in femme fatale energy for so long, like I've just kind of had to be someone who was very self-protective, very self-transformative. Like, I've had to be on my own for so long. It's like I'm just not used to being not like being loyal to someone, because I don't feel as though this is like an energy that's like I don't really feel that. I just think that it's like I'm just not used to being like soft and feminine with someone, you know? I'm used to having to defend myself. That's what it is. It's this feminine. I'm used to having to defend myself. I'm used to having to be on the defense with people. And so I've always sat in femme fatale energy because I've always had to free myself from people. Or if you're a masculine energy, it could be that you've always had to deal with femme fatale energies. But I do think that you are like a puppy-like energy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you are like a very like devoted to one person kind of energy. I just think that you've had to deal with so many femme fatale energies. It's like, I feel like the both of you are very mystic though. Like, you're both very spiritual. And you're both very healing. I think you both are on the same storyline. Like, I think this feminine's had to sit in femme fatale energy, but they're not like that. And I think this masculine will see through that very quickly. And I think they will bring out a very, like, soft, sweet energy from this feminine. And I think this masculine is, like, very, like, very healing. Like, they're very healing for this feminine, actually. I actually feel like this feminine is a little bit more wounded than this masculine. I definitely think this masculine, like, has, like, their issues, right? They've got their shit going on, especially if they're dealing with a femme fatale energy, if they just dealt with femme fatale energies. I definitely think that that's, like, their kind of thing. So they're a little wary, but I think they kind of know. Like, right, this masculine knows very early on that you're, like, this feminine is very sweet, soft, and kind. I just think that this feminine has, like, a little bit of, like, especially in the beginning, I think they have a little bit of trouble adjusting to being, like, soft and feminine, like, letting their guard down. Like, she's had some trouble, like, letting her guard down because I've had to sit in femme fatale energy for so long. Yeah, but I feel like you're both healers. You're both healers, and you're both very psychic, and you're both very devoted to each other, and therefore you're devoted to whatever spirituality or mysticism the two of you, like, you know, whatever mysticism you guys are into. It's like, because we are so, like, because we are the same, and because we are both mystic and healing in our own time, when we get together, it's very helpful for the world. It is very, very, very helpful for a very large group of people. And also, like, with the serve humanity with humility, and then also the be loyal to what you love, it's like, we are both so healing and mystic. Like, I am very... But we're able to balance the 3D and the 5D worlds to manifest in this reality, in this plane. It is a very spiritual connection. Like, very spiritual, very healing, very, very divine, very godly, very spiritual. You guys will get a lot of shit done. Like, you guys are, like, very transformative. Like, it's a very scorpionic connection. Check y'all's synastry. Check y'all's synastry. Check y'all's birth charts. Y'all know how it is. Oh my god. Okay, I'll take this one. There's a lot of passion here. I wasn't getting that at first, but I definitely... But it's also, like passionate towards, like, humanity, you know? Like, I'm very passionate towards healing the world. I am very passionate towards healing you, and therefore healing the world through our divinity. I just think that it's going to be a little bit of a slow burn. That's all. I think it will burn. I definitely think that it's very long lasting. But I think that's why. I think the reason this will stand the test of time is because you do spend time apart from each other, because you do have, like, your own things going on in your own time, and you're not just, like, up each other's asses all the time. And even if, like, you do spend time where it's, like, you know, you guys are, like, around each other a lot, especially, like, you know, when you do eventually, like, live with each other or, like, whatever, it's, like, we just have things going on in our own time. We are both abundant, and, like, we both have our own careers, and, like, we have our own things going on. So it's not like we're just only each other, right? It's like, when we're with each other, it's mystic and it's magical and it's healing and it's amazing, and there's so much chemistry, and the sex is good, and, like, there's a lot of communication, and we make money together. I do think you could make money together. What is, like, the energy surrounding when you guys meet, or, like, when this kind of kicks off? What's that energy like? Ooh. Yeah, like I said, you guys are both closing cycles. You guys are both, like, in the process of healing when you guys first meet, or, like around the time of the meeting and into the meeting, and the, like, that beginning process. You guys are closing cycles. There could maybe be something about travel, just because we have the World and also the Abundance card here. But I'm not really getting that super heavy, so take that at your own discretion. I just think that you're both closing cycles. Yeah, like, and especially for this feminine, I think it could be, like, a past kind of cycle. Like, a past thing that you're kind of getting over, maybe some self-sabotaging behaviors, or just something from your past, maybe. Because I really feel like this feminine is the one who's, like, doing a lot of healing work. I think this masculine is too, obviously, but I really feel like the focus is on the feminine here. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I fucking said. You guys are both dealing with stuff, you know? And you guys are both chained to something. A past thing. But that's why the universe put the two of you together. because you're both healer energies, and I think there was something within yourselves that you were not healing. Either a physical past thing with the Femme Fatale card, or a mental past thing with the Femme Fatale card. But I just think that there was something within the two of you that you guys were not healing separately, and so the universe had to put you together so that you could heal it. So that you could then heal the rest of the world. You're both very sweet with each other, though. Very, very sweet with each other, very kind. And that's how you'll kind of know this person. When you meet them, it's definitely going to be a slow burn. But you're going to meet them at a time that you are either in the process of releasing something you are chained to, or this person is going to trigger a transformation within you that causes you to leave and disconnect from something in your past that you have held on to for a very, very long time. Yeah, and I just think that it's something that has caused both of you a lot of pain. It's something that you guys were very, very, very connected to. Very, very, very chained to mentally. Maybe physically, but I feel like for both of you it was mentally, you know? And I think the two of you will trigger that healing within each other. Again, so that you guys can go off and you can heal other people, so that we can heal the world, you know, together and separately. Because again, I feel like the two of you have like your own things going on. Like you're both healing in your own time, and then you get together and then you heal even more people, you know? So what is advice? I mean, and again, that's how you're going to know this person. And like, just because we have the Devil and the Ten of Swords here with the World, it's like, you're going to know. You know what I mean? Like this person's going to trigger an ending for you that is very painful. It's very painful ending, mentally painful. Maybe not physically painful, but like mentally painful, because it's something that you've been chained to, that maybe you didn't know you were chained to, or willingly chained to, or whatever, but it's like you were chained to this thing. You were devoted, connected to this thing for such a long time. And this person is going to force you to transform. This person is going to force you to face that and heal that. What is like advice on manifesting this energy, or just like advice in general? Yeah, I feel like that both of you take the chance here, right? Especially if in the beginning this person triggers like some mental anguish for you. I think stick with them, because I think this could be very, very, very successful. I think it will be very, very successful, very, very healing. I think that both of you will heal each other and therefore the world. How your mental space is a reflection of what you will manifest. So I think it's important for you to remember that when you are engaging with this person, when you meet this person and this person is triggering a transformation in you that you might not want, that you may not have even been aware that you were chained to. I think you may want to sabotage it. I think you may want to run from it. And I am advising you to not do that, because this could be very, very successful. It could be it's going to be a slow burn, definitely. But this person was given to you. You guys will meet each other to help each other heal. Separately and then together. So your advice here is absolutely take the chance with this person. Because I think they are the person that you've kind of been wanting and looking for. I think this person is going to help heal you. This person is very devoted to you as well. So especially if, you know, that's something that is a trauma for you. I don't think that's something that you need to worry about in this connection. You could both have that trauma also. I think you both have very similar traumas, actually. So you could talk about that in your own time, but I think you guys have very similar traumas. You could want to run from this person. You could want to run away from them. You could want to self-sabotage. You could not want to look at your own healing. It's something that was causing you a lot of apathy and depression, but you weren't even aware of it. I mean, maybe you were aware of it, but I think for some of you, especially this feminine, I think maybe you weren't aware of it. It was an unconscious thing for you. And I think your advice is to move towards them, to allow this healing in, because I think it could be very, very, very successful. Very successful. But you kind of have to allow them to heal you, you know? Like, again, your physical world is a direct manifestation of your mental space, of your mental world. And I think this person wants to help heal your mental space. I was given to you to heal your mental space so that you could look at what was causing you all of this pain, that was causing your reality to be so apathetic. So the way that you'll know this person is the mental pain. The mental pain that this person will trigger. It's not that they are putting you in mental pain. It's not that they are causing you mental pain. It's they are triggering your own mental space to come to the forefront. They are causing your own traumas to come to the surface and forcing you to look at them and heal them. And I think your advice is to allow them to do that, because I think they could bring, especially for this feminine, they could clear a lot of the mental blockages for you, you know? I think they could really help you become a more divine version of yourself and kind of clear away that anxiety and that apathy and that, like, that stuck feeling, that feeling of stuckness. They're going to kind of heal that for you. They're going to clear that for you. So your advice is to move towards them. When you meet them, you could want to run from them. You could want to self-sabotage because they are causing you to deal with your issues. But your advice is to not do that. Don't allow yourself to run from them, because it's going to be a very, very, very healing connection. Once you get over that hurdle, it's going to be very, very healing. So that is what I have for you, Pile 4. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on Instagram. I hope to see y'all somewhere.